You guys, you will not believe what I found. I found the perfect shelf for our kitchen for the twins, but it's child size. It's so Montessori at heart, and it was only $40. You can see a little bit of it here behind me. And today I want to take you with me as I prepare this for our 16-month-old twins, preparing it with all of the tools and things that they need to help get themselves a snack or help set the table for one of their meals. And so we're gonna kind of move some things around in the kitchen so that we can prepare this space for them. They're sleeping right now, so we've got about an hour and a half to tackle this project, and I'm just super excited. This has been a piece that I have been looking for and just haven't found the right thing, and I'm so glad I just waited and didn't buy kind of even a manufactured version of this or too big of a DIY project. This is just absolutely perfect, and it comes with a pretty incredible story. So I will kind of tell you that story as we go along with this project. Okay, let's get started. So to get started out with this project, I just cleared out this area and moved this bench that we had to another little nook in the kitchen. Then I gave it a good little cleaning in that area on the floor and moved the shelf into place. Whenever I'm moving things around, I always have to look at it multiple different ways and move things around, so you'll see things change a little bit as I keep going here. Then I took my Norwex cloth using just water and a little lemon essential oil and gave this cabinet a good wipe down all along the outside and on the inside of the cabinets and drawers. So I wanted to set up this bottom area with some of their dishes and things that they would need to be able to help set their table. I'm not putting any of our dishes in here, just things that they would need. So I found this little rack that I had used in my classroom for some books, and it works perfect. I put little anti-grip pads on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. I put their cutting boards, 2 plates that I had, their little bowls, and some bibs. So like I said in the beginning of this video, this cabinet has a pretty neat story to go along with it. I found it on Facebook Marketplace, and as I was messaging the seller, we were just talking about it a little bit, and she told me that her grandfather had built this for her when she was a little girl, and she ended up sending me a picture of the back to just kind of show me that it is authentically handmade. And it is signed by him addressing her. It turns out that her grandfather's name is the same as one of my son's names, and so that was just pretty special. So the back of this cabinet has one of my son's names on it, and it was built in 1985, which is the year that my parents were married. So when I was telling my mom that I got this, she was like, that's when we were married, which I didn't remember at the time, but pretty neat. And the woman was just very sweet. She was so excited that this shelf would have a good home to go to and would be getting good use out of it. She knew her grandpa would enjoy that someone was using it well. All right, you guys, we finished it. It did not take long at all, just a little bit of thought. So what I did here on the top, I put a jar we had of oatmeal, refilled that. My thought with this is that they can help me scoop oatmeal into the pot in the morning when we make oatmeal. So that was why I stored that here. also then it kind of matches this other jar, snack jar that I had. So I just put some chips in there. Again, I'm keeping this up high right now because I still want to be able to control snacks, but it's nice to have it visually out so that they could make a choice like between some crackers and a piece of fruit. And then I also have this pitcher. I don't have any water in it right now, but this is the one we use at the table when we pour water. I anticipate in a couple of months, once they're a little bit better at pouring their own water, that we'd set up like a little water dispenser here. We're just not quite ready for that. But when we are, that'll probably get added to this counter. Then I just have this beautiful set of little spreaders for toast, spreading peanut butter or butter on toast. I thrifted that a long time ago and had it. I do love that this has a little ledge back here, so we could set plates up here, which I might end up doing, putting the plates there instead. And then I just put a tray with a few pieces of fruit. I decided to not store all of our fruit here, but just what's available, because then if they choose that, then it'll be gone for the day and I won't put out any more snacks. So that's kind of what they could choose from here. I might actually add a few clementines because they could keep those, or they could choose those as well. And then in the drawers, this drawer I just did silverware. So right now I just have spoons and forks. I have the knives stored elsewhere right now just because we're not quite ready to use those. I do have some silicone spoons that if they are like banging these silverware pieces on the table, I might offer them one of those that is quieter. And then I have these little cutters. These are just their first wooden chopper that they are starting with. We've worked on cutting bananas and toast so far. That's pretty much it. So those are in there for them to grab. And then in here, I have all of our glasses. So we have little shot glasses. These are tempered glass, so they don't break easily. We have not broken one yet. It comes in a pack of 6. I have 2 stored up in the cabinet. And then I also have these stainless steel shot glasses. I'll link a blog post that I wrote about all of our different weaning cups that you could use, open cups. And then this is a really small little pitcher for water. Typically when I give this to them, I only put enough water in it to fill the cup like halfway, so that if they can't like overfill the cup. So that's just a tip when you're like introducing things like this to your child. If you want to only offer them what you are okay with spilling everywhere. So we just have drinks and a little pitcher there. Again, as they get older, I anticipate that these drawers will become more full with things like their own cooking supplies and things like that, potentially. But for now, this is what they are used to using. So that's what we have available. Down here on the top, I have a small basket with some towels for spills, which that's handy because if they spill, just knowing that's not a big deal, we can just clean it up as long as there's somewhere they can get those. And then I have these table scrubbers. They're actually just like vegetable scrub brushes that I got at the dollar store. So I have one for each of them. And then down here, I have cutting boards. Again, one for each of them, plates, and then we have their suction bowls, which I still really like using. We haven't done a ton of using glass dishes, so we'll see how that goes. I might move those up temporarily if they get into this cabinet a lot at other times, but they were honestly having a hard time opening it with the magnets, so it might be okay. And then in this basket, I just put their bibs. And I actually do want to get different bibs that they can put on more independently. These ones I still need to like latch for them. So I've thought about making more like towel bibs that they get to pull over their head, but we haven't done that yet. So that's what we have. Again, I anticipate this might change as they're doing more things, I might add in some more bowls or different dishes as we are ready for that. But pretty basic and simple with what we currently have been using. And then over here, I put a beautiful hook that I had, and then I just hung their dust pans. So this has been something new that I introduced. We'll probably get a little bit of a larger broom for them at some point, and then so I left a little bit of space here. We could hang aprons, or we could hang a larger broom or little mini mop or something like that. But again, this is just kind of what we have for today. This is how our Montessori kitchen area turned out. I love what we did with the area. We kept it really simple, but very functional and practical for our 16-month-old twins. If you're interested in seeing how we transform other areas in our home to be Montessori, make sure to hit that subscribe button to follow along. Thanks for watching today's video. I hope to see you next week for another Montessori-inspired homemaking video. Have a great day.